the image classification. Since we already discussed something, today we are going to see the implementation part 1. That means how to achieve image classifications with the help of CNN. That is the convolutional neural network, the basic network as of now. So before going that session, we have to know about the idea about the meaning of image classification. Generally, image classification is one of the fundamental tasks in the area of computer vision and machine learning too. Generally, it involves where you can say involves and helpful to categorize and label the images based on the specific rules, and the rules also apply to the pixels or the vectors also. So if you have any image, if you give the image data, the computer can easily understand, recognize, and have to predict and give the output whether it's a image of what. Suppose you are giving the animals image, for example it's a cat, it may predict and say cat like that. If you give the training and test also, at last you will get the result. And moreover, the image classification used in the various field, like you can say example of object detection and security systems, object detections and etc. And here image classification consists of 2 steps. The step number 1 is collecting the data. Next step number 2 is feature extraction. The data collection involves, that means you can say gathering or collect the large amount of image data here, and the data may be in the labeled or unlabeled data. Whatever may be there, computer can recognize easily. And feature extraction, the extraction means here extract features from the images that can represent their content, and moreover it may be done manually or automatic also. Now come to the main one, that is a convolutional neural network. So convolutional neural network always, or another name is called, for another name of CNN called convert. Moreover, it's a specialized type of deep learning algorithm, and also always designed for tasks that, like they told you know, that is image classification, detection, segmentation, and so on. And also where you can implement this CNN for autonomous vehicles, security camera system, and etc. So there are a lot of benefits once go for the CNN, because once if you know the CNN, you can understand entire deep learning very easily here. Generally, convolutional neural network consists of layers like pooling layer, and then reload activation function, at last followed by the fully connected layer here. So the step number 1, we have to import the libraries. Here we have some, assume that there will be one data set, that is CIFAR data set. Generally CIFAR data set is a very familiar data set where consists of 60,000 images here. And here importing the first step number 1, importing the libraries, then download data set with the help of the coding called x_train followed by y_train, at last end with the CIFAR.load data. Then normalize the step number 2, we have to make it the inputs, that is normalize the inputs from the ratio to some other ratio. So we are writing the code, we have to conversion, then again converting. And step number 3 is important, that is split the data set into train and validate. Here we are going to consider some data, that data set where regarding the CIFAR only, generally consists of many variety of images here. So once you execute, implement, you will get the result like that. Then we have to train the model, that is CNN model. So we are writing the code and executing. After executing some seconds, it will show the next line. It goes the result like this. This total parameter followed by trainable parameter and so on. Then TPU model. If you have TPU model, I had to say we are preparing Google Colab because it's one of the fastest one for execute anything. Here, if you want to implement this like projects and begin, if you are a beginner, it will be useful for you, and we can select the TPU option here. And then after that, it will execute, it display the information like this, and we are writing the data generator, because any model if you want, you can go for data generator step where you can helpful to train the data, and batch size you are fixing 128, and early stop also using, history also giving. Definitely take some time based on the internet, and if you support TPU, very useful for you. After implement these steps, that is epoch test successful creation, you can go for the next step, that is we can give the name that just now I told you, because image classification, or else when you come to the CNN, we can use either labeled data or unlabeled data. So we are using the labeled data. The label names may be a might be like airplane, automobile, at the end with a truck like that. Then we can write the CPU model, and we can use the matplotlib, and we can write the prediction. So what are the images given, it have to visualize and get training, testing, at last predict and say what exactly like that without mistakes. So we are writing the function called definition space plot prediction. Then we are giving the sizes and writing the for loop. Once you give the, and we can write the plot prediction for predict the images whatever the system can understand here with the help of CNN. So on give execute to display the information with some levels also, some accuracy level, that is cat followed by ship, and ship followed by automobile and so on. So this is a part 1 audio. I hope that you understand how we can achieve image classifier cipher 10 with the help of CNN like that. Part 2 will continue later. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.